What's up, what's up, what's up, my fellow Librans? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Today we are going down the rabbit hole with a reading in regards to love. Just a couple of disclaimers here. In my love readings, I don't do love predictions unless it comes up in the reading. And also it is usually about the blockages that are keeping you from the love that you desire, because it is more conducive to hear those things, to work on healing those so that you can move forward towards that love that you're asking for in your life, okay? So with that being said, guys, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And guys, know that is a free way to support the channel, as well as to get me connected with your energy so that I can get you out more resonating readings. Also, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel further or interested in a personal reading, that is all linked down in the description box below, as well as with some instructions. And I just want to thank you to all of my OGs, my newgies, and anybody that allows me, your most precious asset, your time. It is truly an honor, a blessing, and a privilege being here, giving you guys these messages. And my prayer, as always, is that any of the videos of mine that you happen to watch fall upon your heart in a way that remind you to use your intuition, to use your discernment, to take back your power, and to make the decisions that best serve your highest journey in this now moment, okay? So that being said, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. I did not have any channeled messages for you, except for one that came through right before I started. It's not very long or anything, but it did say that your love has something to do with your independence, okay? So I'm not sure what that necessarily means, but I do feel like right now it's important for you guys to focus on whatever it is that you're trying to create and trying to heal. And that, you know, sometimes being alone is the best way for us to invite in the love that we want. But we have to grow. Like, we have to grow in a place of being alone, right? Like, I don't know if that makes sense. We have to grow ourselves and sometimes be used to being alone so that we can actually invite in the kind of love that we know we're deserving. There we go. So, Source, what messages do you have for Libra in regards to love? Thank you. What messages do you have for Libra in regards to love? What messages do you have for Libra in regards to love, Source? Okay. Let's see what comes out for you guys. What messages do you have for Libra in regards to love, Source? Wow, thank you. Okay, we've got the House of God to start the reading in the upright. What else, Source, for Libra in regards to love? What messages do you have for Libra in regards to love? You guys could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Scorpio. Okay, I need to stop and start again. What messages do you have for Libra in regards to love, Source? Wow, the Sun. Okay. What other messages do you have for Libra in regards to love, Source? Could be dealing with a Leo. Again, the signs don't necessarily matter because these are general readings and I'm connecting with a lot of people. But, you know, if you guys needed just confirmation, that's why I do throw them out there. What other messages for Libra in regards to love, Source? Wow. What did I say? Scorpio. And here we have Scorpio energy coming out, the Nameless card. Let me turn these so they're equal with the camera there. What else for Libra in regards to love? You guys have all mystery cards on the table. Okay. Okay, they want this in the upright. But I'm going to read it both ways because it came out sideways, but they did say the upright. So this is actually a really positive reading. Let's see what we got on the bottom of the deck. Okay, we've got the 5 of Cups upright and the 6 of Swords. Something about finding your strength right now is so important. Again, what I was saying, that independence has been a huge thing for you guys right now. It's imperative that you guys learn how to let go of the situations that are no longer serving you. Things that are keeping you in a place of not being creative, right? Didn't I say it was very important for you guys to work on your creativity? We have the Ace of Wands coming out, which is all about new drive, new passion, new future, new projects, new things to work on, right? This could also be in regards to very sexual connections that maybe you've had in your past, and they've all been focused on, you know, being sexual rather than being stable and, you know, founded in spiritual, emotional, mental love, right? Sometimes we do get physical. And I think that that's been a hard thing for you guys to embrace, is letting go of the need for the physical side of things and coming back into a space of being very spiritual, which you guys are ruled by the heart chakra. And also I feel very inclined here to say that it's important for you guys maybe to work with rose quartz at this time, because that will help center your heart chakra, to do meditations with it, you know, to sit and hold it in your right hand, or excuse me, in your left hand while you're meditating. Also, you guys can lay down and put it on your chest to help open and align your heart chakra. That will help get you out of this very grounded energy, this very dense energy coming through for you guys, which is unusual because you guys are an air sign. You guys are usually very light, and, you know, like when I say heads in the cloud, it's like not a bad, or head in the clouds, it's not a bad thing. I'm not calling you guys, you know, stupid or anything like that. No, it's when I say head in the clouds, it's like you guys are able to connect with source because you travel in the ether as well as touch the earth. Do you see what I'm saying? By nature, that's your guys' sign. And so owning that part of your sign is very, very important in this time. But when you guys get stuck in this energy of constantly being physically drawn to someone and stuck in that physicality, it puts a huge pressure of grounding on you. And it's like now you're no longer in the clouds. You're no longer able to communicate with source because you're taking on energy that is not yours. So right now, your job is to network. It is more important for you guys to network. That's where your strength should be lying at. It's finding balance in that networking, getting friends, people who are supporting your journey, even if it's not people around you. Maybe you have to gather, you know, people from outside, connect with groups outside of yourself, connect with people who maybe you wouldn't have otherwise connected with, right? Why? Because that's where your transformation lies at. This has been, it maybe has felt devastating. So you guys maybe have recently been broken up with, is something that I'm getting here. So in regards to your love, it's like almost source coming in and offering you this hand, which it feels like it was, like you feel like you're at fault for it, but you're not. Like this had to happen this way. It's like source had to come in and do divine, it's like a divine intervention here is what I'm hearing. And this divine intervention actually helped you reconnect with yourself. It's kind of like your emotional ego was ruling you and you were following things based on your emotional ego. And because of that, you were not connecting with source. And now you're in a place where you can connect back with source and really see those generational curses that maybe have played out in your family time and time again. You know, I am hearing for a lot of you guys, you've dealt with divorced parents. Maybe you guys yourselves have divorced, okay? And I'm not here saying that's a good or a bad thing. It's just what is, right? There is no label to it. It's simply what has happened. However, for some of those of you that have dealt with parents that got divorced at a young age, I am feeling a great need to tell you guys that there's something about you looking into the past and understanding that it was never your fault. You feel like you guys are holding this on your shoulders, and I feel like you guys are bearing that burden, and because of that, it is affecting your love life, which is why it's so much easier for you to connect physically than it is to connect emotionally with people and spiritually. To open yourself up means to potentially get hurt. Like, again, if this is a very specific message for those of you that dealt with divorce at a young age. For you that dealt with that from your parents, you took that in personally, and it meant that if you guys gave of yourself out there, because I feel like maybe you guys felt that coming on and you tried everything in your power to make sure that your parents stayed together, and when it didn't work, you took it personal when they split up, right? And I know it seems silly to mention it right now, like a child should understand that that's not their fault, but this is something that a lot of children do not understand. And it is something that children will carry on into their later lives. So I feel like this is for those of you that maybe did get divorced as an adult. You're here now, you're divorced, and you had children. And I feel like this is something important for you to sit down and talk with your own children about, no matter their age. Just making sure that you say it from your mouth to their ears. you know what, baby, this was never your fault. This was between me and your father, me and your mother, and it had nothing to do with you. It just had to do with the fact that sometimes people don't get along, and we're not going to subject you to a situation like that all of your life, because it's very heavy and it's very hard. And if you went through something like that too, share your experiences with your child. I have no idea why this is coming out. This is a love reading, and Source is saying right now your love needs to be focused on at home, your family, and creating very strong bonds with your family. Because once you create those strong bonds with your family, you're going to understand what kind of relationship you would like to invite back into your home. And it's going to be one of support, security, stability, equal give and take. It's going to be one that actually mirrors how you've been treating your children and how you've been treating those around you, which has been from a place of love. But it had to happen that you guys had to have a realization that this way of acting, of just trying to bring somebody in, and I'm not saying you guys are hoes or man whores or womanizers or anything like that. I'm not, you know, it's cool. We all get a little slutty here and there. Own it. It's cool. That's part of being human, especially in the day and age that we're in, when we're just constantly fed sex, one thing after the other. Okay? Bringing it back a little bit here, guys. I just need to let you know, like, nobody's here saying, oh, Libra, no, like, no, that's not the case here. The energy here is more of like a realization that there's something more important than just having someone lay down in bed with, right? And I feel like maybe that's what got you into this situation to begin with. For those of you that have dealt with divorce or split up or a breakup, it was very hard, it was very difficult, and it was very heavy. And for those of you that dealt with that, there's this energy there that's, it's almost like that was the realization for you. There was no stability in the relationship. There was no true connection. The only true connection that there was that of physical, and a belief that that was love, and a belief that that love that came from the physical aspect of things was enough to carry you guys through a lifetime, which now you found out that it did not. So that still applies to you, to those of you that didn't get a divorce, but you recently had a breakup. Source is redirecting your path right now away from love, because love is not the main thing on your agenda. Right now, the main thing on your agenda is to truly embody and transform yourself through your own inner creations, whether that's through writing, through art, through singing, through poetry, through music, through, you know, helping people, healing people, through yoga, Reiki, through spiritual healing, spiritual connection, whatever it is that you guys could be doing. It's like really pouring your time, your effort into that, and learning as much as you can. You know, I feel it's important to tell you at this time, Libra, don't ever be afraid to be a student for the rest of your life. That's where we find the biggest breakthroughs, is when we're willing to learn as much as we can and to never stop learning, right? Like, to never stop learning. So I feel like this was a harsh situation for you. Whatever happened, it was very harsh, and it was very harrowing is the word that keeps trying to come out. Okay, and so Source is just saying, like, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to burden this anymore, because now you're finding out what the real truth to the situation was. Even though it's not fun, none of this is fun, but I think that you are seeing that there was a pattern, and I think that you're healing from that pattern, and I think that you're letting go of this old belief. Oh, look at that. Let go of worry. You are exactly where you were meant to be. Here's Source coming in saying, look, boo, I know that this hasn't been an easy journey for you. And maybe you think you need to have a stable relationship, or maybe you think that you need to be involved with somebody and you're not, and you're worried about that. And Source is saying, don't even trip on that chocolate chip, because I got you exactly where you need to be, because there's something greater that you're meant to bring to the world, you know. This is definitely for those of you willing to be on this spiritual journey, the ones that are willing to let go of that societal belief that you're nothing if you don't have a partner. That is such a bullshit lie that people try to convince people to get involved with toxic individuals, because it's like, oh, if I make you afraid of being alone, that means you'll get in a toxic relationship too, and then I won't be alone in my own toxic relationship. Get out of here, misery. I don't want your damn company. Okay, I got you. It says, yes, you love them, but they are emotionally unavailable. Yeah, this This person, I feel like that's the thing. Whoever it is that you broke up with, you still love them. Like, the situation has called for you to walk away and to choose yourself. And you're worried that choosing yourself was maybe a wrong path. And that's why I feel like Source is putting this out here too. Let go of worry. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Saying that you have done the right thing. You chose yourself, which is not an easy thing to do. With this House of God moment up here, it's like Source coming in and bringing you downloads and bringing you messages and bringing you clarifications, and you choosing to follow those clarifications, but all the while still questioning them along the way. That is faith. I want you guys to understand that. That is the true definition of faith. You know what, Source? I don't like what you gave me, but I'll go ahead and I'll follow through with it, and I'll hope it works out. And Source is like, yes, that is what I want you to do, because that's faith. That's having faith that I have something better planned for you. Study ancient wisdom and you will begin to find your own answers. Again, that energy of coming back. Don't be afraid to be a student your whole life. I love that this card came out because it's such a beautiful, beautiful clarification here. Synchronicities flowing throughout the reading here, guys. Yes, Source coming through saying, look, you have strength and you have a beautiful gift to offer. But if you don't do the studying, if you just think that it's because you have a gift that you're already a master of it, like, trust me guys, I had this problem in the beginning. I thought that because I had a gift I was already a master of it, and I refused to study on it, and I fell flat on my face. Okay, like, I'm just gonna say it, it's just something that happened. So Source saying, don't be that stubborn energy of saying like, oh, I'm already a master at it. Like, it doesn't matter if you've been doing this for 30 years, you can still always learn something new. I learn something new every day. I make it a point to learn at least one thing a day new, so that way then I know that I'm continuing to grow. Focus on truly communicating. So this is for those of you that do have children involved here. Do not be afraid to approach your children like little adults, because guess what? They are. They are, and they look up to you. And however you communicate towards them is how they're going to learn how to communicate towards others in life. So if you're being dishonest, if you're hiding things from them, and if you're not actually finding out how they feel, and leaving them space, you know, to express how they truly feel. Like, even if they're angry with you, okay? Like, I feel like this needs to be said. Even if they're angry with you, not being angry back at them, letting them speak their mind, letting them get that off their chest. Because in most cases, they're not actually angry with you. They're angry at the situation. But because of society, we've learned that we need somebody to blame. And that's exactly what they're going to bring out, is they needed someone to blame because no one heard them out. But when you give them the space to let them speak their truth and to speak how they feel, you're going to find that you're going to be able to draw closer to them, and you guys are going to be able to build a very strong bond, okay? And so it's just interesting that Source is really talking about kids here. So for those of you that are watching this, and you guys could be cross-watchers in the same situation, this could be Libra that did this to you, broke your heart, right? And you're wondering what's going on. It's like Source is saying the past is in the past. Let's not worry about that, but we need to focus on truly communicating with the children that are involved here. And I feel like this is a very specific message. This is to those that have 2 boys. Like, I feel like that needs to be said here, because Source keeps pointing it out to me, and I haven't said it the whole reading because it's just so specific. This is for those of you that have 2 boys, and I feel like this is a mother that I'm talking to. And I feel like she is, you know, like you, the mother, are very focused on trying to raise them as good gentlemen, as raising them as good, you know, strong individuals. And because of that, you're in this old belief that, oh, they don't need to feel how they feel because men aren't supposed to feel. Bring your nurturing to them. That will be very powerful. Even though you are masculine sign, you guys are what they call a hard suit, right? You guys are very masculine by nature. It's indicative of your sign because you are air, and air is a masculine energy. And so it's like saying to step out of that for just a second and embody this energy of being nurturing, which I know you can. You guys are ruled by Venus in the heart chakra, which is why I feel like Source wanted me to mention that it was very important for you guys to focus on connecting with your heart chakra through using rose quartz, you know. Also putting rose quartz under your children's pillows. I love how I said that, and Source throws out 2 cards. Yeah, they're saying to put rose quartz under your children's pillows so that they can help reconnect to their loving heart as well. Okay? But safety first here. Safety is a huge thing for you guys, and that's a huge block for your love. Understanding that your communication with your children and how you're communicating with your children will actually show you what kind of energies you're going to bring into your life in regards to love later on. I can't. I'm done. I'm done. We've got wind activation coming in here. What did I say? Like, not only are you guys an air sign, but here's the thing. It's like you guys are activating your gifts. And your gifts right now, I feel like there's that kind of pompous ass energy coming through right now. It's not like you are. But there's that emotional ego that's trying to be right now and being like, oh, well, I'm already a master at this gift. If I have it, I must be a master at it anyways. And Source is just saying, scale it back a little bit, boo. Like, there's nobody's a master. Even people who've been doing this for many, many lifetimes, who are gurus at this, they're not masters. They still look, they're very humble. Like, being humble is a very huge thing here for you, Libra. Because Source is trying to activate a very beautiful gift within you. And yes, you may already have an ability to tap into that, but what you're missing in being in this kind of like haughty energy is that there's something even deeper that's trying to come forth, okay? And to embrace that means that you have to be willing to be a student for life. Look at that, breach. So whale breach coming through is talking about it's time for you to take a break. Okay, like you guys have done something, you've been in a situation. Now, when they talk about this, it's cute the way they explain it. It's like you're at work. This is more than just a coffee break. You need to get out of the damn zip code. Okay, like you guys need to seriously get out of your zip code. Very similar energies coming through here with this. It's like, look, the whale is getting out of its natural element into the air. We have wind activation, which is air, right? Isn't it funny that both of these are talking about your element? You can't tell me this reading's not for you. Source is coming in like a master here, like Source always does, and says, look, Libra, you can be upset about the information that's being told here, but I need you to understand this because you guys also you guys have children with gifts. Okay? And your love life is so important because if you guys keep going back into cyclical love, you guys will actually keep your children from embodying their own gifts. And so Source is more focused right now on you finding the right path, finding the right direction with your own life, and getting away from that idea of needing to have somebody in your life and focusing more on you taking care of your children. To have two boys that have gifts, it makes me wonder what kind of gifts they have. But I do feel like it's in my gut, guys. This is in my gut that their gifts are going to change the world. So you need to nurture that. Look, and release the old. Release the old. It's time for you to let go of the things that are no longer serving you. Again, Source coming in. It's time to let go of that energy. I'm not calling you guys like you're a nasty person or anything like that. We've all been there. I've been there. Like I said, you know, when you guys have gifts, it's like, oh, well, I already have the gift. I don't need to do anything to future get it better. And it's like Source is like, practice makes better. There's no such thing as perfect, y'all. Y'all are human. You guys will never be perfect. So keep learning because it's all about growth. That's what life is. And so as you grow, you'll be able to pass that on to your kids. Again, some very specific messages coming through here. If this resonated with you guys, please leave me a green heart down below. If you guys made it this far, let me give you a round of applause because this was kind of a hard, this is a heavy reading, okay? It was kind of hard. This was a hard reading for you guys because it is love and it's not, like I said, my love readings are not what people want to hear. It's what you need to hear. Okay? Like, that's why I don't do love predictions here. I'm just not about love predictions unless Source is bringing in a love prediction for some, which does happen. It does happen. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there with you guys. I love you. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. Sending you guys out so much light and love, and just know that you are supported in this time. Until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow Librans, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.